Stu, bit of time to reflect on last week. What would you make of your team's performance?
I thought it was outstanding in the sense because of the conditions. I thought the second half we come off the pace a bit and it kind of made it a little bit of a more of an even game in the way in the first half we got after them, but I think in the first half we pretty much should have had the game put to bed. I thought we created loads of chances. Their goalie was probably man of the match, like I said on Saturday, probably after 20 minutes of the game. So I looked really impressed. Second half, I still think we just edged it slightly, but the heat played a real part in that second half of the energy levels, and even the way that we could move the ball. The pitch become really sticky, so we couldn't move the ball quick enough. The game become a bit slow, and at times walking pace, but it's to be expected. So I look really pleased to get 3 points again.
And just before we get on to next week, new signing in today, Kyle Smith. What was the thought process behind that one?
We've got a really busy schedule coming up. We go Saturday, Tuesday now for probably, I think it's the next 3 weeks. So we need to make sure that we've got bodies in the building. He's someone that we've liked. We saw at the back end of last season for Millwall. I think he brings us something different to what we got out there. His crossing ability is really good. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about him because it'll give it away to the opposition on his real strengths. But look, he's someone that we really like and we valued, and we thank Millwall again for loaning him to us.
Definitely. And then Saturday, home game against Altrincham. They're coming off the back of 3 winless games. What are you expecting them to bring to the Vale?
I always look at results in this division. Before we played against Ebbsfleet, we'd lost 3 on the bounce, but our performance levels are really good. And I look at Altrincham and their performance against Barnet was probably not at their highest level, but they lost a key player in Crenshaw, come off early. I think he's out for the season now. So I think that can disrupt you as a team and kind of come away from your game plan at times when you do lose a key player within a game. So look, he's a good manager. He's done a really good job at Altrincham. They play really good football. They're very good in wide areas. So look, we know what to expect from them. We've just got to focus on ourselves. Like I say most weeks, we always look at ourselves first. How can we affect the opposition when we're in possession, and then out of possession, can we get our press right? And I think that's the key. Can we get our press right against these to try and starve them of possession?
Yeah, and then of course after this game, quick turnaround, like you said, to Dorking. What's the preparation going to look like for that? And then of course, what do you expect them? What are you expecting them to bring?
I've not really looked into Dorking. We go a game at a time, me and Matty. So we know a lot about Dorking in the way that they play. They've been in the league for a couple of seasons now, so we kind of know their philosophy, but we haven't looked into them or watched them to know what they kind of bring. It's more focusing on Saturday. Everything's about 3 points on Saturday, and the main focus goes into that. And then once that's done, our main focus will be researching Dorking. But the key for the lads is recovery, and that's the biggest thing for us, is the recovery time between the midweek games. The lads, we have to put the trust in the lads to make sure on that Sunday and Monday they really put in the work in recovering and resting their legs and stuff like that. So it's key. The recovery is everything.
Sweet. Cheers for your
Top
time.
man, Will. All the best, mate.